New tonight, Houston-born rapper Sayso Walka was one of two men shot outside of a Memphis hotel today.
Also developing this morning, Houston-born rapper Sayso Walka was one of two men shot outside of a Memphis hotel this weekend.
And now, I'm pretty sure you have all heard about the Sayso Walka Sayso P incident that left Sayso P dead in the streets of Memphis. This murder would obviously trigger multiple videos on the platform. With everything happening so fast, there was no real way to have the actual details of what caused this shooting until now. Before Sauce and Sayso were both shot, they attended a high-stakes dice game in Memphis. Although this dice game has nothing to do with the shooting, it sets the tone for the events that transpired before Sayso was killed. Initial false reports over social media was that the murder was a robbery gone wrong. However, this is the furthest thing from the truth. Other reports would be that Sayso ran off with $200K. However, the real streets of Memphis would tell a different story. Allegedly, Sayso had a bag on his head for a minute behind an unpaid debt. This wouldn't be the first time that dudes had tried to get at Sayso, but it would definitely be the last. Unbeknownst to the rest of the world, Sayso was actually taunting the men that he owed the bread to, showing off whips, jewelry, and wads of cash. These actions would ultimately cause Sayso to receive multiple death threats and warning not to ever come back to Memphis. Sayso and other dudes around him outside of Sauce knew that there was a bag on his head. In fact, the shooters had allegedly been stalking Sayso in Houston and other cities, but could never get the drop on him, which brings us to our story. Sayso Walka, born Albert Walker Mundane, is a well-known rapper and songwriter from Houston, Texas. Sauce began his rap career in 2007 under the name A-Walk, according to Genius. Sauce was a member of a rap group before he started releasing solo mixtapes under the name Sayso Walka in 2014. In 2015, Sauce released the diss track Whack to Whack, which targeted Drake, accusing him of appropriating Houston's hip-hop culture.
Man, this cracker tried to call a drip a dance. He trying to steal the flavor, but he can't. This nigga got a pussy in his pants. I don't wanna hear him picking on this nigga again. I knew the first day we met that we could never be friends.
Over the years, Sauce has collaborated with a wide range of artists, including Travis Scott, Maxo Cream, Westside Gun, and the late XXXTentacion. To date, Sayso Walka has released 14 solo mixtapes. Sayso P was an up-and-coming rapper, known for his collaborations with Sayso Walka, and was a part of the Sauce Factory, TSF, a collective that includes Sayso Walka and other rising artists. Sayso P's music is heavily influenced by Houston's rich rap culture, and his style reflects the city's distinctive sound and vibe. Fox 13 confirmed that a deadly shooting had taken place outside a hotel near the FedEx Forum in Memphis on Saturday. Multiple vehicles from the Memphis Police and Memphis Fire Department were seen outside the Westin Hotel at 2nd Street and Lieutenant George W. Lee. As a result of the shooting, B.B. King Boulevard was blocked off from Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard to Beale Street. Sources told Fox 13 that at least one person had died in the shooting. However, the outlet did not confirm that Sayso Walka and Sayso P were the ones who had been shot. HTX Media, a Houston-based news outlet on Facebook, reported that the two were allegedly shopping in downtown Memphis, and suspects drove up and began shooting before fleeing the scene. Witnesses reportedly told HTX Media that they heard 3 to 5 shots. The outlet claimed that Sayso Walka is in stable condition, while Sayso P had died. However, those details had not been independently confirmed.
It was a busy Saturday downtown here, packed with visitors and family, when suddenly gunfire rang out. Now, one victim was rushed to Regional 1 in critical condition, and one person was pronounced dead on the scene. The shooting again happened in broad daylight, sending shockwaves through the crowd, catching both residents and tourists off guard. People nearby told Fox 13 it all happened so fast.
This was a targeted shooting, happened just before 2:45 p.m. Suspect got out of a car and he then
took several shots at that person. There's been speculation that he was a rapper or a musician, and again, we did speak with Assistant Police Chief Don Crow, and he said that this man was transported to Regional 1. Again, this has been classified as a targeted shooting.
It wouldn't be long before KHOU would report that they had spoken to Sauce Walka's pops, who confirmed Sauce was only shot in the leg.
Also developing this morning, Houston-born rapper Sauce Walka was one of 2 men shot outside of a Memphis hotel this weekend. KHOU 11 spoke to his father on the phone last night. He shared this photo and says that the rapper, well, we'll bring up the photo. That's the photo there for you. The rapper, whose real name is Albert Mundane, was hit in the thigh. His dad told us that he's expected to be okay. Police say a suspect got out of a car and fired several shots at both men just before 3 yesterday afternoon. The other man, Mundane's friend, sadly died at the scene. Right now, his name is not being released. This morning, police say they have identified the suspect's vehicle and are working to make an arrest.
What really brought this on, you ask? It's pretty self-explanatory. The whole entire time that Sayso was running around with Sauce, he neglected to inform Sauce that there was a bag on his head. With that being said, he had Sauce running around thinking that shit was sweet, unaware of the danger that he was in by simply just being around him. This would obviously lead to Sayso's demise and to Sauce Walka getting hit up. Word on the streets is once the shooters realized that it was Sauce, they fell back instead of standing over Sauce and finishing the job. Let this shit be a lesson to the youth. Always be mindful of who you are surrounding yourself with, even if you claim them to be your homie. One of the worst things that you could ever do is get caught up in someone else's beef and end up being killed. Let's wish that boy Sauce a speedy recovery.